Hello everyone, I hope you guys are ready for a big video today because I am here in San Jose, California. In 1977, the very first Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater opened up right here in this city. And 48 years later, I am here outside of their store that's left here in San Jose, and it is a ginormous one. It is the world's largest Chuck E. Cheese location, and they've got all kinds of stuff in there. It's multiple levels and everything, and I'm just so excited to get in there and check this store out. I'm going to play the intro, but when I come back from that, we're still going to be on the outside because there's just a ton to look at. So let's go and check this store out. Alright, so as for exterior, they have the older scripted logo right there. The shape of the sign kind of looks like the Pizza Time Theater logo, which is a really nice touch. And then the paint job is pretty traditional for a 2.0 store. They have the red and the green and the brown and white, the traditional colors that you normally see. However, the most special thing on the outside of this store is around this side of the building. So right there where I'm pointing is the 101, and then facing it, this building has 3 super large windows. They also have another 2.0 logo. It's also the scripted one, and that logo is just ginormous. That sign is just so big. And then they have these 3 large windows right here. And these windows, well, actually only one of them is a window now. These 2 have been hollowed out. There's no more glass or anything. It's just the frames. And these windows were installed when the building was built as a toy store. This was a toy store before it was Chuck E. Cheese. And they used to have these 3 large toy soldiers here in these windows. And of course, the toy store moved out, and the soldiers got removed, and they still exist. You can go see them. I don't know where they are, but they are somewhere. And when they were converting this into Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell decided that he wanted to have a large statue of Chuck E. Cheese in one of the 3 windows. He commissioned an artist to make this statue right here. Right now, the base is purple, and then Chucky is wearing a purple vest as well, and he has his bow tie and yellow shirt with buttons, and he's waving at the 101 over there. So when you're driving by, you can look over here and you can see the large statue of Chuck E. Cheese. It is just the coolest thing. This whole design of this building is super awesome. Yeah, these aren't windows anymore. They used to be. What a special thing. It's one of a kind. And it's locked, so you can't just go in there. Apparently, at one point, a homeless person was living inside this base, so I guess that's probably why they have this locked up, if they didn't have it locked up before then. All right, now before we go inside, I actually wanted to show you guys these windows here to the left and right of the door, because they have all kinds of really cool stuff. So right there is the Mount Chuckmore piece. They still have that here. This is a franchise store, and just like we saw at Tupelo, Mississippi, which is another franchise store, franchises have a little more freedom of when they get 2.0, you know, they can, or when they get remodels, they can keep some of the older elements or whatever. Like, they don't have to be as strict as corporate when it comes to the corporate owned stores and keeping older elements, so they are able to have more stuff. Just like how, even though Tupelo opened in 2008, they can have that Elvis piece from 1993, you know, that kind of thing. They have a bunch of plush in here. It's decorated for summer, since it's during Summer of Fun right now. And they do have the new Bella plush here, because there's Bella right there. It's her new large big head. And then here's an old car, and there's Chucky in there with his star cap, and then Helen sitting next to him. That looks like an older Helen plush. And then there's a couple more plush right there. And they have a TV that plays the show tape. So that's actually, and you can actually even hear it too. They have these speakers, you can hear from the outside the show tape. And then on this side of the doors, they have even more plush over here and all kinds of stuff. We can see this one from the inside. I believe there's windows you can look in there. And there's just tons of plush. There's an old 2005 plush. They have birthday cake in there. They have the plush sitting at the tables. There's another new Bella plush. And, you know, they're sitting in their beach chairs. I'm sure they change this out seasonally and stuff like that. But, yeah, just really nice display they have in here. Oh, and they also have their clapboard in there, their Showbiz and Me clapboard for San Jose. And then they also have a couple things that would have been by the shelves when this was a Phase 3 store. They have that old reel from the Hollywood shelf, as well as the movie film strip. And then they have a planter right there. And actually they have several planters. Planters are extinct outside of this, I guess, because I don't think any other stores have them, but they are still here. They have 3 of them right there. Actually, 4 of them. There's one right there, too. It's hard to see because of the reflection, but we'll get a better look inside. And there's another movie reel thing, so just a lot of cool stuff here in this window. And there's even more old stuff there. They have the yellow crayon when they used to have those like pencil and writing utensils up on the walls. They have a baseball from when they used to have the baseball bat and baseball on the walls, and lots of older 90s remodel elements in this picture window. So awesome. All right, guys, let's start this tour off right here in the party area. There is so much to see. Now, this isn't really like a showroom per se, because it's just kind of right in the middle of all the action that goes on in the store. It just goes all the way around the showroom here. So they have the massive circles of light wall. It's 2 stories tall. Now, this is where the stage always was, and you know, when they had a Cyberamic, like their 2-stage, or they had their Studio C Alpha, there was just a large wall that went, and then the stage was down here, but there was just a bunch of wall on top. But then when they got the circles of light, they were able to just have it go floor to ceiling, and it looks so awesome. And then the video screen itself is just massive too. Everything about the store is large. As for seating here in this party area, they have the older 90s black chairs. However, they did re-upholster them with the red to match their 2.0 booths, which is really nice. I think it's a unique feature here at the Tully Road store. These red chairs, I really like them. They're really nice. So that's one older element already. And then here they have 2 ticket blasters, one on either side. They have Avenger back with Rockstar top. I've seen the Rockstar back with Avenger top a lot, but I have never seen this combo before, and both are like that. Both are Avenger back, Rockstar top. They also have 2 massive TVs on either side of the circles of light wall, and the wall itself is just in pristine condition. All the circles work, everything. It's just in great shape. There's circles of light here. Unfortunately, they don't have the animatronic. They should. There's no animatronics in this store, which this should have them. I mean, it shouldn't even be a legacy store. It just should have an animatronic or animatronics here. Like, that should just be something they have, because it's just a landmark store, in my opinion. Here's a word mark I have never seen on the left-hand side of the showroom. The best pizza is made from the best ingredients. And then they also have the party sign, and their 2.0 art looks like it is the older glossy version of everything, not the newer matte versions. So they have the party word mark sign there, and then they have all these chairs here throughout the party area, and then they have a massive 2021 model dance floor right here. It's the largest I've ever seen, just because the size of this room, they have to have a large dance floor. It's just gigantic, the size of the dance floor here at this location. And then they have the 2.0 booths here all around the showroom. And then we'll take a look at that side later, but for now, let's go over here and look at this side. So they have also, to where next to the party one, they have the all-you-can-play with Chucky silhouette. It's also the glossy. I'll stop saying that now unless I see a matte one, but I'll stop saying that they're glossy, because I think that's what all of them are. And there's where you come in. That's the kid check area. And then above that, to the back of the showroom, they have the Monopoly Roll and Goes with the Monopoly Mega Bonus Marquee, which I've never seen before. Normally, at most of the Chuck E. Cheese locations, it's the small version, and here they have the large one. And then they have these massive Avenger pieces here. They have the Munch scuba diving, the Chucky on the surfboard, and then that one I have never seen before, because it looks like her pose in the Big City postcard, and they just put a tropical backdrop on it. That's what it looks like to me. So interesting. There's more booths here by the all you can play, and then there's another look at the large picture window. You can see that we saw on the outside. Here's the inside look. And then there's a look at the clapboard and all that stuff. And then above here, they have the 2.0 Chuck logo. And then they have the Minions ride. And then in here, this circular room, this used to be where they would have some of the lounge acts, I think, when this was a Pizza Time Theater. People probably came in here to smoke. Like, it was just a room separate from the rest of the store. You know, it's kind of its own secluded area. But they do have a TV in here so you can watch the show tape. 2.0 stripes painted on the walls. 2.0 booths. More of the red 90s chairs and circular tables. And then they have the 5 Chucky silhouettes piece. They should have a couple pieces of art there, but they do not. That's a missed opportunity. They have spotlights there for them, but they just don't have any art. To the right of that room, they have more booths, and then they have a mixture of games and kiddie rides and all that kind of stuff. First, they have the 2000s Fire Riser room sign right there. Then they have Harpoon Lagoon right here. And then they have a couple kiddie games and rides. They have Cobra Car. This is one I've never seen before. I don't know what it's called. I don't see a name on it anywhere. They have the Amutech Carousel. This is similar to the one I saw at Edison, New Jersey. Then they have the Chuck E. Cheese's trolley car. Now, Pineville has this in the retro room, but here you can actually ride it. That is super awesome. There's PTT Chuck right there. Just so much cool stuff in here. I showed you guys the Cobra Kai. Then they have the Shopkins ride. I've seen that several times. And then they also have the high five piece. It's a shorter one than usual because the ceilings are low in this part of the store. So they have the high five there. And then they have Monster Kart, 2 of those. It's a racing game, and Alien Patrol. And here's a game I've never seen at Chuck E. Cheese before, Pearl Fishery. Never seen Pearl Fishery here before. This is probably a newer one because they have the newer Semnox readers on that. Then they have the Paw Patrol here to the left of the Circles of Light stage. And then coming on through here, they have an employee access door that goes behind the Circles of Light. They have a prize catcher, and they have the Monopoly arcade game right there. Over here, they have another game I've never seen at Chuck E. Cheese before. It's the Marvel Spider-Man, and check that out. Super bonus is 1,000. Oh, but this is 2 play points. Most of the games in here are 1 play point. These are 2. And then they also have, this is 2 as well, the toy box. Then here's a rare sight. They have actual branded skee ball, not alley rollers here. They have 7 skee ball lanes with a marquee. Jackpot's 500. And then they have the toy box, that kind of claw there. Then they have Water Gun Fun, and it does have Rockstar Chuck on it. Pull My Finger. I have seen that before, I believe. Arcade Crossy Road, Flappy Tickets, Pop the Lock, Pink Panther Jewel Heist, Willy Crash, Speed of Light, Space Invaders Frenzy. They have 2 Icemans, Grand Piano Keys, another 2 Icemans. Then they have Ticket Times, and those have Rockstar Chuck on them. They have Deal or No Deal with Mega Spin, Bob to Win, Dizzy Chicken, Go Ballistic. And then here's something I have never seen before. They have Ticket Munchers here. I still have not seen these. And there's Avenger Munch on them. And these just used to be a staple of Chuck E. Cheese. And then when they switched to the Play Pass, a lot of the stores took these off their game room floors. But they do still have them here. They also have these card set machines because here at this location they have a ton of games that use the collectible cards. There's their prize counter, which we'll take a closer look at later, but they do have Candy Crane, Full Tilt, Play Pass machines, and then coming through the middle they have Flintstones Quarry Quest, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 2,000 tickets to get the full set with golden ticket. They have the Prize Cube, then they have Wizard of Oz, Ticket Circus, and Blackbeard's Bounty. So they have a full collection here of card coin pushers. Then they have Rabbids, the VR game, and the King Kong of Skull Island VR game. 2 of them right there. Then they have Quick Drop, Wheel of Fortune. I don't think I've ever seen that one here at Chuck E. Cheese before. And then they have right here something that is new, very recently was just installed here at this location, an elevator. They spent a long time constructing this elevator and it is done now. Here's their staircase that takes you up to the 2nd level of the store. And then they also have the retro video game piece, and it's cut or something custom to be able to fit there because it's angled walls. That's really awesome. Then back here they have Whack and Win, Popeye, 2 Popeyes actually. And they have the Minions Jelly Lab game. And then up there, they have Pasquale's 2-panel transparent character piece, same with Jasper's. And then Munch's, they had to cut in half or remove the 2nd panel when they installed the elevator right here. So his is only half and those 2 are full. So I guess let's go up the elevator. We'll come down the staircase and let's go take a look at the 2nd floor. Here's the brand new elevator. It's very nice. I don't think I pointed it out, but the bottom floor there has the newer 2.0 carpet, and the top floor has the older 2.0 carpet. So that is an interesting thing. And they're setting up new games right now. So they're getting in Pac-Man Battle Royale and a Star Wars coin pusher game right there. So those are going to be new additions here to this store. They have a larger version of Dead Storm Pirates. This one you actually go inside. And they have SpongeBob Pineapple Arcade, Batman, Robot Storm, Robo tickets. Here's a shot of what it looks like from up here. Then they have 4 Smurfs coin pushers. I've never seen these at Chuck E. Cheese yet. The arcade I work at, we just got these in this year. It's a very popular game, and they have it here. It's the first time I've seen it at CEC. Then they have 4 Cruisin' Blast, Luigi's Mansion Arcade, Zombie Snatcher, The Walking Dead, Jurassic Park, 2 Jurassic Parks actually, Halo Fireteam Raven, 2 of them, and then here they have something that's unique to this store. This is an old exterior sign that when whatever location this was at before, if someone knows, please let me know in the comments. When that closed, they put the sign here inside this building, and you can see it from downstairs, so that's super awesome. And it lights up and everything. It looks very nice. Then they have Minecraft Dungeons Arcade, Snowcross, TMNT, Angry Birds Boom, Nerf Arcade, Centipede Chaos, Hero of Steel, 2 of those actually, and then they have 4 Mario Kart DX, or Arcade GP, yeah. Then here they have more booths that overlook the store. They have Munch's small transparent character piece, and Chucky's small transparent character piece, and the other 3 as well. So this is where they have the couple of the large ones over there, and then they have the other small ones right here, all 5 of them, the complete set. And here's a shot down onto the rest of the store. Then after the character pieces, they have a bunch more seating. They have more of these 90s chairs with the red upholstery. Then they have the all-you-can-play, another one. The one down there is the square, and then this one here is the rectangle. They have 100% whole milk mozzarella, which we will be seeing again. That's not the last time we'll see that piece in this store. Then they have another retro video game piece. And then they have another sign I've never seen before. It looks like it's a freight elevator, and it has this employees only, no public access sign from the 2000s, one I've never seen before. They have a TV that is not on currently for some reason. Here's a closer look at Munch's scuba diving, large scuba diving piece right there. And then there's where the salad bar is, which I haven't showed you guys yet, but we'll get a closer look at that later. And now I think we will go down the stairs and check out the other side of the store where the prize counter and order counter and that kind of stuff is. So they have the sign here for the stairs, and then you go down this set. You can also go down the steps from that side there, and then they have 2 options here of where to go down the steps. That takes us back to where the elevator is, and then this side here goes down to the part of the store that we still need to look at, which is very convenient. All right, so after coming down the stairs, they have the prize counter. They have the older 2.0 tickets here on the wall, and then they have 2 of the Light Up You1 signs, right? One down there and one right here. They have lots of cool prizes they don't normally have at Chuck E. Cheese. They have board games. Down here is this customary stuff. I wonder if I wish they would have some kind of San Jose unique like souvenir or something. So that I could take home to remember this store, but I don't see anything. They actually have Chuck E. Cheese, like, imitation Stanleys, I guess. There's the Chuck E. Cheese plush. Everything's more expensive here. I don't think I want to use my tickets here at this store because everything's just so expensive than the normal stores. They have coffee mugs. They do have the small Pasquale and Bella big heads. And then down here they have more of this stuff. They have this little cutout in the wall where they have that bin thing there. And then there's the other stuff they have. There's lots of cool stuff. Then here they have another one of those employees only, no public access doors. And then here is the order counter where you order your food. You have a large 2.0 Chuck logo up there. Then back here, they don't have room for pizzeria and games above those. They do have the tiles, though, behind the menu boards. They have a couple of those warning signs here for California, certain chemicals in food and beverage, and the one about the can linings. Then they have the pizza sizes thing to the right of the menu boards, and then back there behind into the kitchen they have the Name That Cheese piece. So that's another piece of 90s art that survived the remodel. Then up here they have the Pasquale's Pizzeria sign. Another one of the word marks. I've only seen this once at Philadelphia Roosevelt. They phase this out at most of the stores. They do still have it here. And then they have, like I said, upstairs, that wouldn't be the last time you see whole milk mozzarella. Here it is again. Then they have Our Veggies Are Hand Chopped Daily, and one that I have never seen before. Our sauce is made from vine-ripened tomatoes. I have yet to see that sign. I've seen those 2 several times, but I have not seen this one ever. It's a little chipped, but I'm still glad I got to see that sign there. They have the scheduling center back there, another one of those employees only doors. pick up food here sign, hand sanitizing station sign. They have 4 Pepsi machines. They have the 2005 Avenger Caution Wet Floor signs. And back there they have Pasquale's confetti portrait. I have never seen that before either. Oh, that's so awesome. I've only ever seen Jasper's confetti portrait, so now I've seen Pasquale's too. So cool. They have the new wood floors here for 2.0. They have a thirst station sign. It's a square instead of the thin rectangular shaped one. They have those cool lights that light this up. They have another one of the vine ripe and tomatoes signs right there. They have the signature dough made fresh by hand right here up there. And then I don't see really anything back there in the kitchen that's notable except for the Pasquale thing. They have the Pasquale's kitchen sign right here. They have another one of those employees-only doors. They have a restroom sign that hangs down, a large 2.0 Chuck logo, and then the generic 2.0 men's and women's signs on their bathrooms right here. There's the Munch. I showed you guys that already. And then here is their salad bar. It looks fantastic. And then up there they have a really cool rainbow light that gives off the rainbow colors, and then that brings you here to the lobby once again. I also don't think I mentioned that this store has a bunch of those really cool window designs like these here. There's a couple there, and they go all the way down through here. So that's very 80s. I bet those have been here since opening day. All right, so now there's this little set of stairs here. That's where you go up to the 3rd floor right there. And then there is some stuff over here that we can look at. Now, that's where we were over there. This is where they're setting up those new games. They have the narrow 5 Chuggy silhouette piece, ton of seating here, chairs and booths. Then they have the very narrow skee ball piece right here, another TV, and they have the party word mark sign as well. They have another circular table right there, and then this set of stairs goes down there to where you go into the little lounge room area, and then there's the rest of that. This is a great view of the store here. Before you eat, though, always use some hand sanitizer after playing games. Oh my goodness, I made this mistake one time and I got sick. Alright guys, now let's talk about the history of this Chuck E. Cheese. So this opened in December of 1981 as a Pizza Time Theater franchise, and it's still franchise owned to this day. It used to be a Magic Village toy store, and as I said, outside when it was a Magic Village toy store, it had those 3 windows with toy soldiers in them. When they took over as Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell wanted the statue, he commissioned it. It's been there ever since. It's gotten some makeovers since then, however, it's the same statue as the one that was here in the 80s. They had cabaret acts here, like Dolly Dimples and the Beagles, and the Beagles were actually in those display windows, one of the display windows. There were lines around the block when this place opened, so they had to entertain the guests that were outside, so they put the Beagles out there so they could look inside the windows and watch them while they were waiting to get in the building. So this building, there's 2 floors open to the public, and then there's actually another floor, the 3rd floor that is up there above, was used for training and a test kitchen until the Showbiz Pizza Time merger. And then in 1984, when Showbiz merged with Chuck E. Cheese, they stopped using that up there. And then in the early 90s, they got the 1988 remodel, and they replaced their balcony stage with a C stage, and they removed their cabaret acts. And then in the mid-90s, they replaced their C stage with the 2 stage during their 90s remodel. And there's still several elements here from the 90s remodel that have remained, such as some of the art that we've seen in the windows and over there in the kitchen and the back area. So there are elements from the 90s remodel still here. And then in the year 2000, they replaced the 2 stage with the Studio C Alpha stage, and that would have went right here where the Circles of Light was. There also used to be showroom walls. You can see the top of them. They used to have 2-story showroom walls in this store, and they knocked those down, so they're not there anymore. Like most locations, got rid of their showroom walls. This is one of them. And when they got the Alpha stage, the Cyberamic Chucky from the 2 stage was put in the display window. I think it was the one over there that he was in, and he was over there on display, and he was there up until 2020 when they had to sell him to be able to keep this franchise afloat when they had to be closed for COVID. In 2019, they got 2.0, and they got their Circles of Light stage with 2.0, and then eventually they got this large 2021 model dance floor right here. It's absolutely massive. Then in 2020, they had to close because of COVID, and they had to sell off a lot of the older elements they had in the store. Like up on the 3rd floor, they had tons of stuff in storage that they had to sell to make money. to be able to keep this place open. The other Chuck E. Cheese location in San Jose, the Cruiser Road location, which was the second ever Chuck E. Cheese that opened in the 70s, that one closed during COVID. That was a company-owned store, and it closed during COVID. One, because of COVID, and two, because of the bankruptcy. It was one they decided to close because, you know, you can't really have another Chuck E. Cheese in the same city as this one, because if you have the choice between this absolutely gigantic one and a normal one, I mean, which one are you going to pick? Of course, everybody's going to come to this one. So it was really hard for them to compete with this, so the corporate decided to close that location. There was really no need for it. And then in 2024, they added the elevator over there, so then that way, if you can't get up the stairs, you can get up to that second level there, which is really nice. And that is the history of this store. I highly recommend anybody, if you can, come check this place out. If you're a Chuck E. Cheese fan, there's no way you wouldn't enjoy this place. It is just so awesome. Everything about it, except the fact that I wish they had the animatronic over there. This Circus of Light stage never had an animatronic. The last animatronic was the 32M Studio C Alpha. So I wish they would have put an animatronic there, because, you know, it shouldn't even be a legacy store. It should just have the animatronic because of just the thing. I mean, there's so much room, like, easily. Look at all that seat. I mean, even if they put an animatronic, like, up there on the second level, I mean, there's just so much room. They could easily do it. But I guess they don't want to do that, but oh well. Okay, so now I see why they have the ticket munchers at this location, because the coin pushers here, like Willy Wonka, still give out paper tickets. So that's super awesome. The green and the purple with Rockstar Chuck. And I wanted to get something to take home to remember this store, so I decided to play this until I got a card out of it, because Chucky is in the corner of it. You can see his picture in the bottom left-hand corner there. So I wanted to get this so I had something to remember the store by, and I'll probably take these tickets home too. Here's what the trolley car looks like when it's moving. So if anybody's never seen what this looks like when it moves, there you go. Check out this massive quick drop jackpot they have here, guys. 263 tickets. There was no way I was not getting that. I would have sat here all day. I would have missed my flight to get that jackpot. That is just 263 tickets. That's just so many for Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my goodness. Here by the exit is another thing I've never seen before. It's a Play Pass recycling stand. You can put your Play Pass in there before you leave. Did not know they did that here at Chuck E. Cheese, but they do it here at San Jose. So in there, you can see the old Avenger carpet that they had before 2.0, and then there's one of the chairs with the old upholstery. That's what they used to look like before they made them red. All right, now out here in the lobby area, they have the Good Behavior Guidelines piece right here. Then over here on this side, they have a 2.0 small Chuck logo. They have the Have a Chucky Day green silhouette. However, the wall is not painted green like normal. They have two stickers there on the windows. Then they have the timeline and mission statement. Normally they're attached, but here they are not. They are two separate pieces. And, oh, they have the not discriminating piece down there too, or the rules anyway. All right, guys, well, that's going to conclude my visit here at the world's largest Chuck E. Cheese in San Jose, California. What an incredible visit that was, guys. I had so much fun in there. It's such a cool place. They have so many unique features in there, and it's just so awesome to be in a two-story one. I've never been in a two-story Chuck E. Cheese before, and, you know, I got to see a couple pieces of art for the first time. I got to see the trolley ride work. I got a ton of quick drop jackpots. I won a ton of tickets here. I had some great wings, and, you know, it was just a great visit. I'm glad I came out here and got to see it with my own eyes. And I also got to get a card, Willy Wonka card with Chucky's picture on it, and some tickets as well. I got to see the ticket munchers, and I could just go on and on about all the cool stuff I do. And it was just so awesome to see both kids and adults in there playing games and having all this fun. It was a truly special place, and I hope it's here forever. I hope someday I get to come back here and see it again, but you never know. If you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Happy 48th anniversary, Chuck E. Cheese, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.